We are! Union! We are! One! We are! Union! We are! One! We are! Union! We are! One!
Over 1,000 protesters from British Columbia, Oregon, and Washington gathered at the Peace Arch border crossing in British Columbia to show their solidarity with the people of Wisconsin. The rally was organized by the BC Federation of Labor, Washington State Labor Council, and Oregon AFL-CIO in response to increased attacks on union contracts and rights of workers, especially in Wisconsin, where Governor Scott Walker recently pushed through a law which eliminates collective bargaining rights of over 200,000 workers and requires a vote every year on whether to get rid of the union. Canadians don't want the flu to spread north. 6 years ago in British Columbia, Bill 29, a provincial bill that allowed for the contracting out of health services, which would have resulted in over 9,000 layoffs, was challenged up to the Supreme Court of Canada.
For that reason, they're all standing together to stop this onslaught on workers' rights in Wisconsin, and so we make sure that it doesn't happen here in Canada.
For a living wage that can give us the American dream, a middle-class lifestyle. And we're told that we can't afford that right now because we're broke and we can't do business the way that we always have. I say to that, hell no!
Although the bill was effectively watered down, the so-called recent union busting throughout the U.S. have made Canadians, who are ruled by a conservative government, nervous and angry.
I've got a message for our governments up there in Canada that you better not even think about it. Not even for a minute what they're doing in the United States.
It's a chain reaction, right? And we do not want this to go across from coast to coast to coast in Canada as well.
Labor unions claim that such measures are not needed to plug our deficits, and the working class should not be punished for the recession while banks and other huge corporations get bailed out. They feel it's especially unfair at this time, as North Americans are facing deregulation and free trade agreements that consistently transfer their jobs to cheaper labor zones.
Fears from the labor unions here today stem from the fact that Canada and the United States enjoy one of the world's largest investment relationships, with $1.6 billion worth of goods and services crossing the border every single day. Recently, around the country, labor unions are demanding that Prime Minister Stephen Harper stop cuts to wages, pensions, and benefits when foreign-owned companies take over previously Canadian-owned companies. Zara Jamal, Press TV, Vancouver.